Do you feel the vibes?
Hi, I'm Ralph.
And I'm Maya. This is the Wildcat News for Thursday, March 30th.
Students, make sure you're wearing your ID.
If you don't have your ID, then you need to get a temporary ID from your home teacher.
Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Here are today's announcements.
It's time to find out what's for lunch today. Let's find out what happened on this day in history.
March 30th, 1981. Outside a Washington hotel, John Hinckley Jr. shoots President Ronald Reagan and 3 others. Presidential aide Lynn Nofziger.
The president has been shot once in the left chest. The bullet entered from his left side.
The shooting seriously injures Reagan early in his presidency and permanently disables his White House press secretary, James Brady. 1867. Secretary of State William Seward reaches a deal with Russia to buy the territory of Alaska. At the time, critics ridiculed the $7.2 million purchase as Seward's folly. And 1945. British rock musician Eric Clapton is born in Surrey, England. Today in history, March 30th, Ross Simpson, The Associated Press.
The HMS softball girls soccer teams play against Woodmont today.
We have a special report today created by the Rockhurst journalism students.
We are here with Miss Malone, and she's getting ready to answer a question. How long does it take to grade major test papers?
Well, that kind of depends on how bad they are. If everybody studied, they're really easy to grade. If people fail to study, I can spend a lot of my weekend grading papers. It's very sad. So in other words, study and do well on your test.
We are with Miss Willoughby, and she is getting ready to answer a question about how long does it take to grade major test papers?
Well, I can't speak for the other classes, but for English it can take a very long time because you do like to be thorough and read very carefully. So if you have 100 students and you spend 5 minutes per paper, say, 5 minutes doesn't seem like a long time, but if you multiply that by the number of students, yes, it can take quite a long time.
Okay, so that gives us quite an idea for how long it takes to grade English papers. We are here with Miss Marlowe, and she's going to answer our question about how long it takes to grade major test papers.
To actually grade the test paper per one class, probably an hour to 2 hours. So if you have 4 classes of that, what's 4 times 2?
That's 8.
About 8 hours to grade a test paper for a day of testing. So it takes a little while to get that done.
We are here with Miss Gross, and she's going to answer a question about how long it takes to grade major test papers.
It depends. I try to get them done that day if possible, if not the next day, but grading can take a long time if you don't stay on top of it. Grading is one of those things that can take a long time.
This Saturday will be the final meeting of the 8th graders going on the Charleston field trip. Chaperones will meet up at 9 a.m. in the media center, and students will meet in the cafeteria at 9:30 a.m.
That's all the announcements for today. Make it a great day or not.
The choice is yours.
I know you know I see you smiling at me. It's alright. Here comes the ready or not. Here comes the boys for the sound. Here comes the ready or not. How you like me now? I say.
Find out what happened in this day in his. Students, make sure you're wearing your IDs. Just make sure you're wearing your ID.